Alrighty, good Friday morning, Mid-Michigan. I'm First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro here with an update on your First Alert forecast as we head into this Friday. Beautiful fall day ahead of us, and also a look at the opening weekend forecast too for our deer hunters. But before we get more into the forecast here, right off the bat, I do want to first alert you to some traffic issues that we are seeing right now near Birch Run. So here's a live look at our traffic camera. This is right at exit 136 Birch Run Road. That is at a complete standstill right now on the northbound side of the freeway. There has been a crash reported by MDOT between Birch Run and Bridgeport. So that's on that stretch of 75 there where there's no exit between Birch Run and Bridgeport. But we are still, again, seeing this at a complete standstill as of right now. And the latest report that we do have from MDOT is that all lanes on that northbound side have been blocked from the crash. Southbound, that is completely clear as of right now. You see more cars starting to get off at the off-ramp, though, towards Birch Run. So if this is a spot that you plan on traveling through anytime soon, I would advise you to not take this path on northbound 75 currently. So again, this is right at Birch Run. Between Birch Run and Bridgeport is where that crash has been reported. I do have our traffic map here just to show you this as well, which it looks like some of these traffic flows are not completely updating here on the map, but you can even see on our First Alert traffic map that this is indicating that the delays that we have on Birch Run are on 75 rather, are extending even south of Birch Run right towards the county line. This right here is M57, which is exit 131, and Birch Run there is exit 136. So we are seeing those delays even extending around the bend as of right now. So we are tracking that, and if any more information comes in on that, we will be bringing you some updates on that, but just something that we want to let you know about because that is some breaking traffic information here during this 10 o'clock hour. But moving along from traffic, forecast-wise, we are tracking a very nice day today. So we have plenty of sunshine out there as of right now, and we are going to continue with that sun for today. So a mostly sunny day, temps into the low 50s by noon today, and then we're making our way into the mid 50s by the afternoon. About 54 to 55 for that high temperature, and the southeast wind today will just be about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So that's also one big difference that we have here in the forecast compared to the last couple of days, because it has been breezy pretty much this entire week. So today, a nice little break from that wind. If you have any yard cleanup to do today, certainly today would be a great day for it. And even though tomorrow we expect some warm weather as well in the upper 50s, I do think today comparatively really is going to be the better day for any of that yard cleanup. Let's move back over to our forecast here too. We do have some Friday Night Lights games coming up both today and tomorrow. It's regional finals. One game I want to highlight here is Mount Pleasant. They are hosting East Grand Rapids this evening. I'll go ahead and take that station bug off of there for just a second, but Mount Pleasant 11-0. They are undefeated going into this game this evening. So we are visiting, or rather wishing them best of luck tonight as they take on East Grand Rapids. Would be pretty cool to see that streak being extended after tonight. But this is the regional finals. There in Mount Pleasant, we are not expecting any sort of wet weather. Mostly clear evening there. We'll have temps falling down through the 40s. So it will be a little bit cool, but overall some pretty quiet weather, and these conditions still somewhat typical for this time of year for high school football. Now I do want to show you the forecast for one of our games tomorrow. This is going to be at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. We have Beal City visiting Harbor Beach, so also cross area matchup. In Harbor Beach, I would expect a couple of isolated showers to be moving through that area. Pretty light with those rain showers, though. Temps in the mid-50s. The temps for the games tomorrow will actually be warmer than the games that we have ahead of us for this evening. But this right here is also going to be a pretty good matchup. Beal City and Harbor Beach both 11-0, so that's another regional final matchup that's coming up ahead of us for tomorrow. Now, in regard to the rain chances that we are tracking here, for tomorrow, still pretty light, and we could even say somewhat sparse with the coverage of those showers for tomorrow too. And then Sunday, for all intents and purposes, is still a very dry day. So I'll show you the latest hour by hour for the weekend here. That'll be coming up right after this break. So we'll check back in here in just a minute. Alrighty, welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in here, I'm First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro, bringing you an update on the forecast. So this weekend, we are still tracking a couple of showers here for mid-Michigan, but we aren't tracking necessarily anything very heavy with that rain. So for our deer hunters tomorrow, with tomorrow being opening day for firearm deer season, I think it's actually going to be a pretty decent day overall, outside of just a couple of brief showers. It'll actually be a pretty mild day for tomorrow too, but that mild weather will not be lasting all weekend long. So take a look at this. 58 for the high tomorrow that we're calling for. Then we have a high of only 41 on Sunday. So Sunday will be nearly 20 degrees colder than tomorrow. And once you factor in the breeze on Sunday too, it'll actually just feel like the 30s all day long, because that wind on Sunday will actually be able to gust to about 30 miles per hour. But there's a wider look at those high temperatures for Saturday. Tomorrow we have 58 on a somewhat widespread basis, even mid 50s up north. I would not be surprised if tomorrow we have some places like Owasso or Flint or Lapeer even briefly touching 60 during the afternoon too. So that's definitely going to be a warm day. Unseasonably warm though. Our average high for this time of year is 47 degrees. So as we go into the weekend, those average highs also mostly in the mid 40s. So the temps that we expect tomorrow, about 10 to 15 degrees above average for this time of year. And then again, by Sunday with that cool down, we will be falling back to below average territory once again. So I'll take you back to our weather graphics here, and I will back this up just a little bit before I show you this here. But as we go into tomorrow morning, that's 6 in the morning, still completely dry. We have the clouds building back up though, so throughout the overnight we see cloud coverage increasing. That right there, 6 in the morning though, right at about that time when a lot of hunters are heading out to their blinds in the morning before sunrise. Conditions looking pretty quiet, and the wind will also still be pretty light by then too. Now we'll fast forward towards about 11 to noon tomorrow morning. Just a couple of isolated showers starting to pick up. There we are by about 2 in the afternoon, and I will say this is one of the trends we've started to see today is out of all of mid-Michigan, it does look like the Thumb in particular does have a slightly better chance of seeing more showers compared to the remainder of mid-Michigan. But even those showers that we have in the Thumb for tomorrow afternoon, generally still on the light side. But by 5 o'clock in the evening tomorrow, pretty much all of that rain should be wrapping up. And with that cold front that moves through tomorrow evening, we're going to clear out pretty quickly as we go into the evening too. So that's by about 9 to 10 in the evening tomorrow. We do have a mostly clear sky, but there are some lake effect clouds that are still going to hold on even as we go into tomorrow night and then into Sunday. Now notice this here on Sunday as well. We do have a couple of stray lake effect flurries or some light snow showers near Houghton Lake. Even into the northern Thumb, you do have a chance of this too. So on Sunday, it's pretty much areas like Rose City or Whittemore, Hale, St. Helen, Houghton Lake, and then Bad Axe or Port Hope or Port Austin. You could see a couple of just stray flurries on Sunday with that northwesterly lake effect that picks up, but very isolated to those areas. So the rest of mid-Michigan is still expected to be pretty dry as we go into Sunday, but of course just much colder with that new air mass coming in for us. So we'll have highs in the low 40s, wind chill staying in the 30s all day long for our Sunday. So I'll take you back to those graphics again one last time, and I'll move the hour by hour back to Saturday afternoon. Again, just to show you here that the majority of these showers are starting to look like they'll be in the Thumb tomorrow afternoon, and they are still pretty light with their intensity as well. Somewhat fast-moving showers too, because this system will be passing by the Great Lakes pretty quickly. So our big takeaway with the weekend again is that big cool down from Saturday into Sunday. We have highs going from 58 to 41. We'll hold on to the low to mid 40s for the majority of next week, and at this point we aren't seeing rain developing in the forecast again until Thursday of next week. So the forecast in a nutshell, still somewhat quiet really. I think the big story this weekend will just be the up and down temperatures and then that breeze that picks up for us on Sunday. Now, before we go here real quick from the live stream, I do want to show you this one more time. Perhaps if you just happened to tune in a minute or two ago, we were talking about this at the beginning of this live stream at 10:30. But northbound I-75 is still at a complete standstill currently. This is because of a crash that has occurred between Birch Run and Bridgeport. So we are seeing that right here. Our camera that you're seeing currently is located at exit 136. We are looking north on I-75. So that northbound side is completely at a standstill. The southbound side, however, is completely open. So if you will be traveling through there anytime soon, you are going to experience some delays. And I'll even show you here on our live on time traffic map as well. There is a look there between Saginaw and Birch Run, even towards Clio. We are seeing that traffic delay even extending south of Birch Run on I-75, heading into northern Genesee County. This right here, M57, that is exit 131. It may be a little bit out of the way, but if that's a spot that you'll plan on traveling through soon, I would almost consider getting off at exit 131 and then either taking 57 to 13 or 57 over to M83 and then going north from there. And then eventually you can pick up M46 and take that right back over to I-75. So again, that's a little bit out of the way, but I think that would be your most trouble-free detour as of right now if that's a spot that you will be traveling through soon. But again, just that visual for you, I-75 at Birch Run, that is standstill as of right now. But as we go throughout today, we'll have more updates on the forecast, and we'll be keeping an eye on traffic too. Meteorologist Stone Schaefer will be checking in right here again at 2 this afternoon with another traffic update, and of course bringing you some more updates on that weekend forecast as well. But in the meantime, we hope you have a good and safe remainder of your Friday morning, and to any of our deer hunters too, we wish you best of luck this weekend too.